You're gonna have to pick a conversation topic.
I don't know,
no
bro. Can we just talk about dicks? My brain is like, I need to urinate. I need to urinate and I'm hungry. My brain isn't functioning.
The primal urge to urinate.
Well, I mean, it is very primal. I'm gonna have to agree with you there.
All I can think about during these episodes is how hungry I am all the time. Whenever I edit BS, I'm like remembering. I get hungry by proxy because remembering how hungry I was while watching them.
Let's not talk about food because I'm fucking starving.
Hamburger.
I don't know if you. I almost fucked that up. I don't know if you do this as well, but I don't eat breakfast. So whenever I come here, I'm fucking starving. And I had a huge breakfast yesterday. And because of that, like I had like a breakfast thing.
Yeah.
Like a brunch sort of ordeal. And after you've had like a big breakfast, you're always fucking hungrier. You know what I'm saying? Like you're hungry the next morning for breakfast.
Yeah, actually.
I'm trying not to get into bad habits. Key. Okay, I think it's something funny. I'm playing games.
I'm just like, I don't remember this level at all. I must have skipped like a significant... I definitely, with Galaxy 1, I was just like, I'm going to get the necessary stars and get the fuck out of there.
Did you finish this game?
I did finish it. I just didn't play much of it, obviously. Like, I played as little of it as possible. That was very fast.
Oh yeah, we're almost like done the level. We remember we'd been here for a bit.
Have we?
Yep. I pressed pause as we're running through a doorway.
My memory.
Fun fact about human biology.
Yes.
Human anatomy and physiology. When you really need a pee, the pee shoots back up through your nerves and into your brain, so you forget things easier. It's a true story.
Is that real? Really? Are you sure?
No.
Really? Is that why all my nerves taste like pee?
Yeah.
Like when I like really need to go to the toilet, all of a sudden I'm just like.
What the fuck, man?
You started it.
Yeah, I did start it. No, I did. I cannot blame you. That was 100% me.
I was saying to George before, I think he could convince me of anything because he just sounds very matter of fact when he talks. Like he could make like that. He could make something up, and I'd be like, yeah, sure.
I have the absolute worst story in the world. So
yeah,
I do. I speak very like matter of factly, and like I used to do it all the time about everything, and now I do it only about things that like I've either heard from like a reliable source or like I've done enough. Like I've had enough experience with that I feel like semi-confident that like is my viewpoint. But I used to do it with everything, just fucking everything. If I would believe, if I heard something and I believed it, I would say it like it was a fact. I fucked that completely.
I don't really think it matters, does it?
What's this?
Grabbing on the thing. Like you can just use the blue star.
Yeah. The blue star's there because if you
people like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm at a. I did that on purpose. No, I didn't. I lied. See that?
But I believed you. I believed you.
I'm at a museum with my family.
Yeah.
And we're seeing whales, and I learned something. And so we're walking around all the artifacts. We're having like a look at different shit, and we come to like a bunch of the stuffed whales, and they're in these big glass cages. Fuck, this is the most embarrassing. This is like. This is.
I'll tell one afterward if it makes you feel better.
This is the story that like keeps me up at night. Like I think about this all the time. Like unironically, no, it's that, you know, that one thing that you like have in your brain that like you'll be thinking about nothing and it'll pop into your brain. You're like, fuck, I want to die now.
Do you know what that is for me? And I'll never forget it. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
I'm just giving you more
please.
time to prepare.
No, I'm ready.
Everyone on the planet does this, but for me, for some reason, it stuck with me. One time, I was walking with my friends, and a teacher said hello, and they were talking to the person behind me, but I waved at them, and I said hello, and everyone just looked at me. And I think about that sometimes.
Yeah, that's
no
rough.
one remembers this incident except me.
That's bad.
It keeps me up, genuinely. I'm 20 years old. I'm an adult. I was probably like 10.
Oh yeah, no.
I will remember this incident till I die.
Till the day you die, yeah.
I'll be like, man, my life was pretty good except for that one time I said hi to that teacher.
On your deathbed, I lived a good life, except. So at the museum with my family, with some cousins of mine, and we were looking at the bigger exhibits, and I just recently learnt the fact that whales, I would have been like 8 or 9, that whales eat like plankton and algae.
Yeah.
Like they suck in a bunch of water, and then whatever's left over, like the nutrients they need that they consume, and then the rest of it they spit out. I don't even know if that's true now. I just think I remember learning that at some point.
I believe you. I don't know if it's true, but I believe you.
Yeah, but
Do you know that cows have 3 stomachs?
do they?
No.
No, I think they have 4. I think they do actually have a couple stomachs.
Really?
Yeah, Google it.
I was just trying to be funny. Is it really?
No. I think they do have a couple.
How many stomachs do cows have? Never gonna get to the punchline of the story. 4 stomachs.
4 stomachs. Let's
What
go,
the
baby.
fuck? I was
Your
kidding.
boy knows. See, that's why I'm always matter of fact. I'm always fucking right. Anyway.
So apparently I have the power to manifest true facts.
I think you
being
might
funny.
have heard. What is wrong with this controller?
Did you know I have $1 million in my bank account?
So yeah. Whale exhibit, I recently learned this fact. I'm fucking high on it. And there's nothing that I love more than knowing a fact. Someone says, like as a kid, someone says some shit and I'm like, well, actually.
Guess what?
And so we're at the museum and we go up to it and the sign's like, this is the biggest toothed whale in the Atlantic. Or like in the world or some shit. And it was a sperm whale, I remember. Sperm.
Sperm.
I turned to my auntie, I'm like, actually, this sign's incorrect.
Oh my god, George.
Whales don't have teeth.
It's a museum.
I know! It was a fucking museum! It was a fucking museum, man! They're not gonna be wrong at a fucking museum. Why did I think they were wrong? Oh.
And what did she say?
And she was like, "Oh wow, that's so interesting." And I'm like,
you dumb bitch.
I was like, yeah. I can't believe they got it wrong here. Like I'm talking all this shit about the museum, and then the guy next to me is like, "Yeah, no, that's 100% wrong, kid." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, some whales have teeth." And then my auntie looked at me.
What are
and
you, a
she's like,
fucking whale expert? Okay, Jesus. I love your confidence to challenge a fucking museum.
My auntie looked at me. She was like, "I used to believe everything you say, and like I'm not going to anymore because like that was like you used to say it, and I used to always believe you." And that haunts me to this day.
That's cruel.
That haunts me to this day. She did not mean it in a mean way. She's a lovely lady, but god damn,
She's never been disappointed in anyone her entire life.
That shit
when you got a whale fact incorrect, that
ruins my ego. And now, like, whenever I talk to her specifically, I'm always sure that like I'm 1,000% right.
Hey, how you doing? So it turns out whales do have teeth. Actually, sorry about that.
She's definitely forgotten about it. Like,
No.
it's not even on her radar.
We're gonna bring it up. If I ever meet her, I'm gonna bring it up.
Oh, dude.
First thing I'm gonna say, hi, how are you? Did you know that whales don't have teeth?
I think about it all the time. I think about it all the fucking time.
It was a museum.
It was a museum, man. Where did I get that confidence from?
You're gonna like challenge a scientist at like a fucking conference.
But
and
you
be
know-
like, actually,
But you know what? It taught me a good thing, which is sometimes a fact can be correct in isolation, but incorrect when applied to a specific scenario. So like, whether or not someone needs like a certain like treatment plan for like if something medically is not right, whether or not they need a certain treatment plan, it can be completely wrong like in one situation and completely right in the other situation. It's all about the extenuating variables. And like that lesson, like being embarrassed like that, being absolutely bodied like that, like taught me to like double check that and like to be more like, and that's why even when I'm talking about stuff that like I don't totally believe in, like reflexology, I don't know if you ever heard of that.
no.
It is.
Is that real? Or are
It
you
is-
just punking me again?
No, it is a thing, and it's an interesting concept, and like chiropractic stuff like that. I'm willing to keep an open mind to it because it has its time and place. You know what I mean? And I think it's important. I think it's important to look at the big picture, and I only double check myself like that because of how badly I embarrassed myself. And so overall, I think it was a good thing, even though it keeps me up at night. I grew as a person.
I want to thank Child You for being an idiot because now I get to put a sperm whale in the thumbnail.
Oh, you bitch. Dude,
Sperm
that's out there
whale.
forever now. Why did I say that?
Sperm. Alright, I'll do you one. I don't know if it's better, but probably dumber. One time my friend who was from Pakistan made me believe that... that days in Pakistan were 26. You remember this one?
Yes.
26 hours long because whenever he talks, you need to meet him. I promise you, everything he says sounds like a fact. And I'm like,
Me
yeah,
with the exact same like that.
26 hours. Yeah,
God.
absolutely. That's not how anything works on the planet. But I believed him. I'm like, I don't know that country. They could have different hours than we do.
Oh my fucking god.
There you go.
Oh,
you feel better?
dude.
That one's out there.
Oh, no, I remember that. I was around for that one.
If I ever go to Pakistan and they actually do have like a 13 o'clock, I'm going to fucking kill everyone who made fun of me.
I remember making fun of you for that.
I'm going to go there one day and like it's like 12 in the morning and it like clocks over to 13 o'clock. I'm like, what the fuck?
Fuck me.
When he talks, you're like, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
He could tell me like, I own your house now, and I'm like, sure.
We have to euthanize you.
Yeah.
It's the only way.
Absolutely.
And you're like, yes.
Yep. Did you know that? He's like, did you know that aliens live under the ocean and also we're lizard people? And I'm like, yeah, sure, man, absolutely. That's wonderful.
Oh, dude, I love it. I love him, man. I fucking love him
hours
so
in the
much.
day is not a cultural country thing. Everyone on the fucking planet operates under the same sun. But I'm like, no, these guys are like,
yeah, but like
way behind everyone else.
No, yeah. So it applies everywhere except for the North and South Pole because they're on their axis and they're different. No, because they're not like they're a couple minutes like.
No, I don't want to hear any facts from you because they're going to be false. I don't want to hear.
No,
it.
but they are. They're a couple minutes behind.
No, I don't believe you
because they're further away from the center. Are you stupid?
Stop talking. No, I don't. I'm not. I don't. I have trust issues right now. Okay. Apparently, cows have 4 stomachs. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'm never
exactly.
Gonna look at them the same way again. Okay. I don't believe you.
No,
it could be completely
you didn't
true.
believe me that cows have 4 stomachs, but they do. So.
I have permanent trust issues.
This is what we call gaslighting. I'm enjoying it immensely.
Am I like gullible or just like feel bad for telling people I don't believe them? Is that what it is?
Maybe a bit of mix of both. Maybe me and him are just really good bullshit artists.
26 hours is the funniest. That doesn't make sense.
It's
on
like
any
it's
plane of
just
existence.
it just sounds like true enough that it would be one of those facts like, oh,
yeah, just
interesting.
enough. If
Like,
it was like 30 hours, I'd be like, no.
it's like outrageous enough that like it's so obviously false when you look at it in isolation. But like if it was said the right way and in the right setting, like I 100% see. I swear, this is the easy one.
That's just really funny. While we're on the topic of like,
Fuck me, that's so fun. I'm gonna next time I see him, I'm gonna give him props.
he still brings it up. I'm like, yeah. I'm not even embarrassed anymore. I just think it's so funny.
I think it's fucking hilarious.
It is hysterical. I just like, if he told me now, I'd probably still believe him. I'd be like, yeah, I haven't been to Pakistan. I believe you. 26 hours? Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome.
He has like this whole new, like because of what he's doing with himself, he has this whole new line of like weaponry as well that he can convince you of. That's great. That is awesome.
All of you guys are in medicine, and you could fucking tell me whatever you want, and I would believe
I just told you that you can suck pee up through your nervous system. And you're like, oh really?
Yeah, really?
Yeah, really? Wow.
That's awesome.
That's sick.
Yeah, maybe my teachers had a point that maybe I should have gone to uni. I don't know anything.
Oh fuck.
While we're on the topic of embarrassing stories that keep us all up, my year 4 teacher was very like blunt. She was like very like harsh, I guess you could say. Not to a point where like I hated them, but like enough that you'd get like owned if you said something stupid.
Right.
And guess what? I in fact said something stupid once. While we used to do these spelling tests where we'd have to God, school was dumb. We had to like, they read out 10 words and we sat there like it was a fucking exam and we had to write out the word and get it right and spell it correctly. Now, I'm amazing at spelling. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if you've known that. I get every word right. And I'm a child prodigy because I always got ace these tests. But one time there was a kid behind me, in front of me, who was getting his test marked by the teacher. She had to mark all of them individually. There were 26 kids in the class. It's fucking stupid. And
dude, it's a spelling test. Relax.
She has to mark.
Shit would take 30 seconds to mark.
all of them individually.
That's
a whole lesson.
That would take more than... I could not see that taking more than 5 minutes.
That's a whole ass lesson. The fucking test took like 15 minutes, maybe 20, and then she spends another 20 minutes marking them. Absurd. That is a terrible... You suck.
What? No, I was trying to change the boss.
Anyway, so she was... I don't remember exactly what happened. It was like... There was a word that was like really big, and he didn't know the meaning of. And I said something like, I don't know why, because you knew me as a kid, I did not interact with people unless absolutely necessary. But I was like, oh, I don't even know what that one means. Or so I was like trying to be encouraging.
Yeah.
And then she's like, yeah, well, you don't know everything. And I was like, oh.
Well, like,
haunts me to this day.
Looking from her
I don't
perspective,
know everything. That's true, I don't.
Looking from her perspective, I get it. Like, she's trying to, like... She's like, this kid needs his ego checked, alright?
I was trying to be nice! I was trying to help him!
No, you really sound like a prick, I'm gonna be honest.
I was trying to be reassuring.
I'm way smarter than you, and even I don't know this one. It's okay.
I phrased it wrong, because he was like, I don't know what it means. I'm like, oh, I don't know what that... Like, I don't know. I said even. That was what it was.
The even's where it's fucked up.
Yeah.
If you just said
I don't know what it means.
If you just said I don't know either, would have been fine. The either is where it sounds like you're a dick.
It was an accident, okay? You fucking well, you don't know everything. And I'm like, well, actually, I do. I know that whales don't have teeth.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I dodged that. You can suck my fucking 12-incher.
Why is it that I've gone through like years of work to acknowledge that these people will not remember these events. I've grown as a person, still affects me. I still feel the cringe. I don't know why. What is it going to take until these events stop haunting me? I can't be a 60-year-old man, right? And I'm going to be like, fuck, that one time I said hello to that teacher was so embarrassing.
Years of therapy for nothing.
Yeah. Surely, right? There's got to be a point where it stops hurting.
I want to turn to you and say yes, there is a point, but I don't believe it. Deep down, I don't believe it.
You know, I never hear from my grandparents. I never hear. Man, that was that one time I said something really embarrassing. It was always like, yeah, I fucking killed like 3 people.
Well, yeah, I was talking about this with my dad. So me and my dad were talking about past experiences at work, and we're talking about old colleagues and stuff like that, and what old colleagues would remember.
Yep.
And he was like, yeah, I had this one time where like this thing that we were working on, it all went down, you know, it was my fault. Everybody remembers it. It's this whole system that we've been working to like keep up for all this time. And, you know, everyone's going to remember it because he was going into like a situation with a bunch of people he used to work with. And then I was like, okay. I was like, no one remembers it. No one, everybody is selfish. Everybody cares about themselves. Like no one gives a fuck about what everybody else is doing. This is the best song in the world, by the way. And he's like, no, it was pretty bad. And I was like, all right. Other than that, what is the worst thing someone's done? It doesn't have to be worse than that. But like, other than that, what's the worst thing someone else has done? And then he sat there for like 20 minutes and he couldn't think of anything that was like bad. That was like really significantly bad that any of these guys have done. I was like, you remember your own shit keeps you up at night. Like, we talk about like, my spelling test. You know, I remember this spelling test. That kid does not remember that. Like, he does not remember that.
It's just, you know, sometimes being a cunt to people, they will remember that. That's the life lesson from here. Don't be mean to a kid in year 4 who's trying to be reassuring, alright? Jesus fucking Christ. Asshole.
But everybody remembers shit, like, everybody remembers, like, attaches emotions to, like, how they feel shit. And, like, if you don't, and so people don't give a fuck. People do not give a fuck.
I give a fuck.
Yeah, obviously you give a fuck, but that's the whole thing I'm saying. I'm saying don't worry about it, because it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna get a time machine and break into that classroom and stop year 4 me from opening his mouth. Don't be nice. Shut the fuck up. This will haunt you for the rest of the time. And then I'll be haunted by the sight of a 20-year-old man breaking into my classroom instead.
Think about it, you say things every day. Like, eventually, at some point in your life, you're gonna say something you wish you fucking didn't.
Many things.
It's a requirement. I was not meant to do that just yet. Damn it. The next coin was underneath that island. This is the best riff in any song ever. Please turn it up right now.
I can't. I'm showing the recording.
I don't care.
The stuff's copyrighted, you know that? We have to talk over it.
Are you serious?
Yep. 100%.
I'm gonna make the sounds. Banana! Banana!
I told George, but our Sonic 06 video got claimed for the song in the credits. That game is so shit that we got copyright claimed for the song in the fucking credits. Like,
I don't think anyone's ever actually made it that far in the
game.
They
used a licensed song in a Sonic game for the credits, and all this time later, they've copyrighted us for it.
Did Sega copyright us? Or
No, the
was it
licensing of whoever owns that song.
The song, okay.
Yes, which is absurd.
I thought all video game music, even if it was licensed, I thought it was all like...
Nah, if they use licensed song, you're still out, unfortunately.
Ow.
I'm also very hungry. Sorry, that's why I'm really
starving.
tired.
That's why I haven't clicked in a new world. I really need to pee, guys.
Yeah. All right. I
hope your nerves
right
or
back. Is it shooting up your nerves?
Yeah, it is shooting up my nose.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
See you guys then.
Mwah.